Before we get started today, we have Master Chaplain Les Sanders, Miami Township Police Department, to lead us in prayer. And then if you'll join me after that in the Pledge of Allegiance.
We all started the year off with resolutions, and well, most of us do. And I was thinking this morning, I chose one that I think I can succeed at. I chose not to be hungry in 2015.
I second that.
But I have been doing my devotions, and I've read through the book of Jeremiah, and now I'm in Ezekiel, and you look at that and it's pretty depressing because it's the judgment of God upon the nation of Israel. And he describes Israel as this jewel, just so wonderfully decorated and honored and blessed. And then all of a sudden he talks about how that they have fallen from their position. And then I started praying about being here this morning and what I should say, and I think that what the Lord put into my heart is that we need to keep the vision and not lose the vision as they did. That we can be a nation under God with God's blessing upon our land, and keep the vision of honoring His Word through the laws of our land and through the government we have. So that's my prayer this morning. So let us pray. Father, I thank you that you have blessed this nation. I thank you you have put into this nation the core of your heart. You have put into this nation your laws. And I thank you for this county and for the leadership of this county. And I pray that, Holy Spirit, you would enable us to keep the vision of serving you as we serve this nation, one nation under God. That our vision would be that which would bring glory and honor and release the blessings of God upon this nation and continue those blessings. So I pray that some of the things that seem to be humdrum and routine, there would be a new vision, new purpose, a new desire. I pray this in the wonderful name of my Lord. Amen.
Thank you, Pastor.
Thank you. If you'll join me in the Pledge of Allegiance to our flag.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you.
See, Les, I don't know if you've noticed above our courthouse, there is actually the verse, where there is no vision, the people perish.
Thank you. Thanks, Les. So our first order of business here is to pay our bills. Resolution 08-15 in the amount of $979,108.48. Do we have a motion to pay our bills?
So moved.
Second?
Mr. Proud?
Yay.
Mr. Humphrey?
Aye. Item 2.
Hey, Connie.
Connie Tibby with the Department of Job and Family Services. Item number 2 is the recommendation of Judy Eschman, Director, Department of Job and Family Services, with the concurrence of Stephen H. Raybold, County Administrator, to execute an amendment to the Purchase of Service Agreement by and between the County of Clermont, Ohio, and the Marsh Foundation, located in Van Wert, Ohio, with the billing address also in Van Wert, Ohio, previously ratified by the Board of County Commissioners on October 22, 2014, which represents the addition of residential treatment services at the Senior Hall facility at the rates outlined in the revised Attachment A, attached thereto and made a part thereof, effective November 24, 2014 through June 30, 2015, with all other terms and conditions of the aforestated agreement to remain in full force and effect. And This amendment was necessary. There was a child that needed to be placed in the senior hall facility on that date, November 24th last year, and it was decided to go ahead and make the placement, and because the services were needed immediately, and then move forward with establishing the rates and preparing the amendment.
Okay. We have a motion to execute the amendment to the purchase of service agreement as contained in item 2.
So moved.
Second?
Mr. Proud?
Yay.
Mr. Humphrey?
Aye. Item 3?
Recommendation of Judy Eshman, Director, Department of Job and Family Services, with the concurrence of Stephen H. Raybold, County Administrator, to execute purchase of service agreements by and between the County of Clermont, Ohio, and the providers identified below for the provision of residential treatment services and group home services for boys for children referred by the Department of Job and Family Services and/or Clermont County Juvenile Court at the rates as identified therein, effective for the dates as defined below, pursuant to and in compliance with the terms and conditions specified therein, and contingent upon the issuance and receipt of purchase orders therefore. This motion refers to 2 contracts, 2 facilities. The first one is Bunker Hill Haven for Boys, located in Hamilton, Ohio, and this contract is for group home services for boys. And the effective date is February 1st, 2015 through January 31st, 2016. And we currently have no placements there, but we want to renew the contract. This is a renewal contract in case there's a need to place children there. The second one
I'm sorry, right ahead.
is Rite of Passage Incorporated, located in Cincinnati, Ohio, with a billing address of Minden, Nevada. And this is for residential treatment services, effective for the period of February 1st, 2015 through January 31st, 2016. And this is a renewal contract, and we currently have 2 placements there.
Okay. We have a motion to execute the purchase of service agreements as contained in item 3.
So moved.
Second?
Mr. Proud?
Yay.
Mr. Humphrey?
Aye. Item 4?
Recommendation of Judy Eshman, Director, Department of Job and Family Services, with the concurrence of Stephen H. Raybold, County Administrator, to execute a Memorandum of Understanding by and between the Clermont County Department of Job and Family Services, DJFS, and the Board of Clermont County Commissioners on behalf of the Clermont Transportation Connection, CTC, for the purpose of transportation services for participants in the Non-Emergency Transportation, the NET program, and at-risk pregnancy transportation programs at the rates of $48.41 per bus trip, including each additional person requiring transportation to the same destination, including but not necessarily limited to a child or children of the customer, an aide, or an adult accompanying a child. 2, 42 cents per mile for capital reimbursement based on a percentage of total miles traveled per month. 3, monthly billings based on the amount of the actual expenses incurred for the administration of the NET program by employees of CTC. And 4, $46.41 per van trip for NET transportation services provided by a van previously purchased by DJFS for the sole purpose of transporting non-emergency transportation eligible customers, effective February 1, 2015 through January 31st, 2016, pursuant to and in compliance with the terms and conditions specified therein, and contingent upon the issuance and receipt of a purchase order therefore.
What was that again?
I'll summarize that easily. Do we have a motion to execute the Memorandum of Understanding as contained in item 4?
So moved.
Second?
Mr. Proud?
Yay.
Mr. Humphrey?
Aye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Item 5.
Hey, Pam.
Hey Pam, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Good.
Pam Havercost, Clermont County Emergency Management Agency. Item number 5 is a recommendation of Pam Havercost, Director of the Clermont County Emergency Management Agency, with the concurrence of Stephen H. Raybold, County Administrator, to approve the extension of the service agreement by and between the County of Clermont and ESI Acquisition, Inc., an intermedics company based in Augusta, Georgia. Previously ratified by the Board of Commissioners on February 11th of 2003 and subsequently extended annually for the provision and maintenance and support services of the WebEOC professional software for the Emergency Operations Center automation system as identified in product code SS-WebEOC-EX for an additional 1-year period effective February 1st of 2015 through January 31st of 2016 for an amount not to exceed $9,900 pursuant to Article 6 of the Service Agreement entitled Other Terms and Conditions, and with all other terms and conditions therefore or thereof to remain in full force and effect.
Okay, do we have a motion to approve the extension of the service agreement as contained in item 5?
So moved.
Second?
Mr. Proud?
Yay.
Mr. Humphrey?
Aye. Item 6.
Item number 6 is a recommendation of Stephen H. Raybolt, County Administrator, to authorize Pam Haverkos, Director of the Clermont County Emergency Management Agency and Chairperson of the Clermont County Local Emergency Planning Committee, to submit the 2016 grant application for chemical emergency planning and community right to know funds through the Ohio State Emergency Response Commission, based in Columbus, Ohio, for the purpose of developing, preparing, training, exercising, and reviewing and revising the Clermont County Chemical Emergency Response and Preparedness Plan, and implementation and administration of the Emergency Planning and Right to Know Act in the amount of $36,331.89 for their operation of the Local Emergency Planning Committee, and with no local match required, therefore, effective for the period of July 1st of 2015 through June 30th of 2016.
Okay, do we have a motion to submit the 2016 grant application for the chemical emergency planning and community right to know funds as contained in item 6?
So moved.
Second?
Mr. Proud?
Yay.
Mr. Humphrey?
Aye.
Great, thank
Thank
you
you.
very much.
Item 7.
Morning.
Good morning, how are you?
Good. I'm Lyle Bloom, Director with the Water Resource Department. Item number 7 is a recommendation to accept the following grants of sewer easements with rights of re-entry for repair and replacement that will be granted and conveyed to Clermont County for utility purposes of constructing, operating, maintaining, repairing, replacing, removing, or reinstalling sewer utility lines, pumping equipment, manholes, and all incidental fixtures required for the transportation of sewage in, on, under, and across the property of the grantors. And this is relative to the Miamiville Sewer Extension Project located in Miami Township, and to authorize the county auditor to remit payment to the grantors in the amounts as outlined below and as indicated on the settlement sheets as compensation for the permanent easements and right-of-ways and repairs, and to remit payment in the amount of $100 payable to J. Robert True, the county treasurer, for the recording fees required for these easements. The first grantor is William and Brenda Rourke for their property at 432 Loveland Miamiville Road. Next is Todd and Angie Caldwell for the property at 416 Loveland Miamiville Road. And the last is Richard Roper for property at 408 Loveland Miamiville Road. And this is 3 of the 12 easements that we'll need for this project.
Okay. And it's the first 3, right?
First 3, correct.
Okay. We have a motion to accept the grants of easements and rights of re-entry as contained in item 7.
So moved.
Second?
Mr. Proud?
Yay.
Mr. Humphrey?
Aye. Thank you. Item 8, Suki?
Good morning, I'm Suki Sheets with the Office Management and Budget, and item 8 is a recommendation to have the board execute the Datamatic Purchase License and Maintenance Agreement that provides us system support and equipment maintenance for our handheld meter reader devices. This is with Datamatic out of Plano, Texas. It's our annual renewal. The cost is not to exceed $6,384.90. It's effective February 1st of 2015 through January 31st of 2016.
Okay, so we have the motion to execute the license and maintenance agreement as contained in item 8.
So moved.
Second?
Mr. Proud?
Yay.
Mr. Humphrey?
Aye.
Are we still looking at down the road doing smart meters?
Yes. We hope to have something from the board here in the next month or 2.
Awesome.
Good.
Awesome.
Item 9.
Item 9 is a recommendation to adopt resolution number 09-15, determining to make improvements relative to the construction, operation, and maintenance of the collection system rehabilitation 2015 project located in Union, Pierce, and Batavia Townships, as set forth in Exhibit A, and designated as project number 6402-62005, and in conformance with the detailed plan specifications and estimates of cost and financing, all of which shall be paid from one or more of any combination of the wastewater replacement and improvement fund, wastewater capital improvement fund, any portion of any federal or state grant or loan should such become available, and/or by the issuance of notes or bonds pursuant to Section 133.08 of the Ohio Revised Code, and payable from revenues derived from sewer rates and charges levied for the operation of the Clermont County wastewater system, and subsequent thereto to approve the request to advertise for bids for this project pursuant to the plans and specifications, and to authorize the clerk of the board to place a legal notice in a newspaper of general circulation on Thursday, February 5th, 2015. Schedule a non-mandatory pre-bid meeting on Thursday, February 26, 2015 at 10 o'clock a.m. with bids to be received until 2 o'clock p.m. local time on Thursday, March 5th, 2015, here in the Office of the Board of County Commissioners, where it would be publicly open and read aloud shortly thereafter, and this notice will also be posted on the county's website. The engineer's estimate for this project is $1,824,986. It includes 12,900 feet of sewer rehabilitation, 8-inch, 15-inch, and 21-inch sewer line. The 21-inch is actually the line, the trunk sewer that runs parallel with the Clermont County Airport. So we'll be relining that.
Major.
The other sewers are all downstream of lift station, the force main discharges, and they've deteriorated.
Okay. Do we have a motion to adopt Resolution 09-15 as contained in item 9?
So moved.
Second?
Proud.
Yay.
Mr. Humphrey.
Aye.
Do we have, Lyle, I know with the tragic fire with SOS, we still have a contract with them?
Yes.
Yes, has that affected it one bit? I mean, with,
I'm unaware of a fire with SOS.
oh yeah, it destroyed, I forget how many semis.
No, was not aware of that. I've not heard that it's impacted our operations at all, but I'll check into that.
Okay.
Yeah, it happened yesterday, okay. That's how behind I am on the news.
Me too.
Okay, thank you.
Too busy managing contracts. Good morning, Andy Cook, the Department of Community and Economic Development. It's my recommendation to authorize Ed Humphrey, President of the Board of County Commissioners, to execute the programmatic agreement by and between the County of Clermont and the Ohio State Historic Preservation Office of Columbus, Ohio, for the administration of programs using housing and urban development allocated funds to assure that by following the procedures outlined in the agreement, the county will be able to meet its obligations pursuant to Section 106 and 110F of the National Historic Preservation Act. This in effect replaces in whole the existing agreement previously ratified by the Board of County Commissioners on 6/16/09 and amended on 12/1/11, and extends the duration thereof for an additional 5 years, effective through 12/31/19. This spells out how the county identifies properties that require historic review for CDBG projects.
Okay. We have a motion to execute the agreement as contained in item 10.
So moved.
Second?
Mr. Proud.
Yay.
Mr. Humphrey.
Aye. Item 11.
Recommendation to adopt a revised table of organization for the Clermont County Department of Community and Economic Development to eliminate the positions of planner, pay range 15, and development specialist, pay range C, and to include the positions of senior planner, pay range A, and grants manager, pay range B, as outlined in Exhibit A, attached thereto and made a part thereof, and further to authorize the update of the appropriate internet links and appendices accordingly, effective 1/28/15.
Okay. Do we have a motion to adopt the revised table of organization as contained in item 11?
So moved.
Second?
Mr. Proud.
Yay.
Mr. Humphrey.
Aye.
Thanks.
Thank you, Andy. Item 12.
I have item 12, it's a recommendation of Judge Rodenberg, Clermont County Court of Common Pleas, Division of Domestic Relations Court, with my concurrence to authorize Commissioner Humphrey to execute an agreement by and between the County of Clermont and Dolby and Company out of Cincinnati, Ohio, for the provision of maintenance and support services relative to the FTR recording systems for the Clermont County Domestic Relations Court as outlined therein, for a total amount not to exceed $3,570, effective 2/7/15 through 2/6/16.
And we have a motion to execute the agreement as contained in item 12.
So moved.
Second?
Mr. Proud.
Yay.
Mr. Humphrey.
Aye. Item 13.
Item 13 is a recommendation of Pat Meyer, County Engineer, with my concurrence to accept and execute the annual County Highway System mileage certification for the County of Clermont for calendar year 2014, certifying the total eligible number of miles for Clermont County to be .645 as of 12/31/14 pursuant to and compliance with section 4501.04 of the Ohio Revised Code.
How does that compare to last year?
I believe it is
A slight
really minor increase.
Okay.
And in the spreadsheet that they provided, it was all the townships, and
Yes.
some townships were up a little and some were down.
Down a little bit, right.
Yeah. Do we have a motion to accept and execute the annual county highway system mileage certification as contained in item 13? Second?
Proud.
Yay.
Humphrey.
Aye. 14?
Item 14 is also a recommendation of Pat Monger, County Engineer, with my concurrence, to execute record plat number 629-2906 for the following subdivision located within Miami Township, and to further execute the combined performance and maintenance bond as well as the performance bond for sidewalks as surety. And it's the Willows Bend subdivision, Section 3, Miami Township.
Okay, do we have a motion to execute the record plat as contained in item 14? Second?
Proud.
Yay.
Humphrey.
Aye. Item 15?
Item 14, recommendation of Pat Monger, County Engineer, with my concurrence, to execute record plats number 629-2907 and 629-2908 for the following subdivision located within Batavia Township, and further execute the combined performance and maintenance bond, as well as the performance bond for sidewalks as surety. We have the Twin Gates subdivision, Section 2A in Batavia Township, and the Twin Gates subdivision, Section 3 in Batavia Township.
We have a motion to execute record plat numbers 629-2907 and 629-2908 as contained in item 15.
So moved.
Second?
Mr. Proud.
Yay.
Mr. Humphrey.
Aye.
I believe we have Mr. Tilbury
Oh, what's up,
to
Joe?
address item
Tilbury.
16.
Item 16.
Good morning, Commissioners.
Good morning.
Chief Deputy Auditor. This item is a recommendation of Linda Clermont County Auditor to execute an addendum to our agreement between the county and Tyler Technologies for the services of hosting our financial system with Tyler Technologies. This is we were presented with a decision this year to upgrade or to replace our hardware, and this is an opportunity for us to host, to have Tyler host it. They have backups. We will be in Dallas and Maine. They have complete disaster recovery and backup systems. So this is a real step forward. We will also be coming back to you in the near future to move our IS World, our real estate system, also to a hosting service with Tyler Technologies also.
So it moves responsibility for maintaining all the servers and everything to them from us.
That's
and
correct. That's correct.
Essentially puts the operation in the cloud with access.
That's correct. And there is in addition there's a cost savings, both hard cost and soft cost over a 5-year period. And so this is in our opinion a very beneficial to the county.
When did you mentioned about the building? Did you say you're coming back to us soon about something with
With our real estate system,
Real
real estate system, right? Same thing.
an upgrade to that?
Well, it'll be similar to this,
Offsite.
hosting services.
Good.
Right.
And we're, just as a little follow-up to that, and the soft costs as an example, right now, the county, we invest in our information systems department a significant amount of time and effort in doing their in-house backups, for example, it's just one example, where that we can push that will be pushed off to the outside hosting agency, freeing up in-house
Yes.
resources.
And the idea of having 2 data centers that are so separated,
Absolutely.
certainly we don't have that level of sophistication either, so
That's correct.
that's a very positive thing.
Good job.
Do we have a motion to execute the addendum and amendment number 4 to the agreement as contained in item 16?
So moved.
Second?
Proud.
Yay.
Mr. Humphrey.
Aye. Item 17.
Awesome. Thanks,
Thank you.
Chuck.
Item 17 is a recommendation of the County Sheriff, Sheriff Rodenberg, with my concurrence to execute amendment number 5 to extend the agreement with Southern Health Partners, Chattanooga, Tennessee, previously ratified by the Board of County Commissioners on 7/05 and subsequently extended on 11/06, 1/09, 1/11, and 1/13 for the provision of inmate health services at the Clermont County Jail for an additional 2-year term effective 2/1/15 through 1/31 of 17 at a cost of $1,619,734.32, with all other terms and conditions of the original agreement and amendments thereto to remain in full force and effect. And this is contingent upon the receipt thereof the certificates of liability insurance and the required purchase orders therefore. I will add that this is the same cost. There was no cost increase in this renewal.
Will there be a cost increase with the additional?
No.
Okay.
Good. We have a motion to execute the agreement as contained in item 17.
So moved.
Second.
Strout,
Yay.
Humphrey,
Aye. Item 18.
Item 18 is a recommendation, my recommendation to appoint Hannah Lubers, Project Manager, Clermont County Water Resources Department of the Environmental Quality Section, to represent the Clermont County Board of County Commissioners on the East Fork Little Miami River Watershed Collaborative Executive Committee for fiscal year 2015.
We have a motion to authorize the appointment of Hannah Lubers to the Clermont County Board of Commissioners, representative to the East Fork Little Miami River Watershed Collaborative Executive Committee for fiscal year 15.
So moved.
Second.
Strout,
Yay.
Humphrey,
Aye. 19.
19 is a recommendation to designate Ed Humphrey, Andy Kuchta, and Adele Evans to serve on the Tax Incentive Review Council during calendar year 2015, pursuant to section 5709.85 of the Ohio Revised Code.
We have a motion to approve the designations to the Tax Incentive Review Council as contained in 19.
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Prout,
Yay.
Humphrey,
Aye. 20.
One is a recommendation to reappoint Jeff Harris, Clarksville, Ohio, to serve as the county apiary inspector for the county of Clermont for fiscal year 2015, and to establish a rate of compensation of $15 per hour with reimbursement for mileage at the maximum current rate established by the Internal Revenue Service, in accordance with the current travel policy adopted by the Board of County Commissioners, and is pursuant to and in compliance with section 909.07 of the Ohio Revised Code.
And an apiary is a bee expert
That is correct.
for our county.
They're hard to come by.
Yes. So do we have a motion to reappoint the county apiary inspector for Clermont County as contained in item 20?
So moved.
Second.
Strout,
Yay.
Humphrey,
Aye.
I'd love to have him come in sometime and do a presentation.
We have put out that invitation to him, so.
Okay.
Good.
Yes.
Financial and budgetary actions, 21.
We have supplemental appropriations. We have general fund, fringe benefits, $7,000. This is the December OBES payment, which is due in January, be unemployment payment. Then we have general fund from the Clerk of Common Pleas for minus $16,600. This is an adjustment to the actual health plans. And we have general fund Common Pleas Court, adjustment of $29,870 reduction. This is in the actual health plan selection costs. We have Common Pleas Adult Probation, regular salary, $42,000 for a salary structure plan funding. In general fund, we have Common Pleas Adult Probation, $6,489 for salary structure as part of the plan restructure. Juvenile detention, a reduction of $2,019. This is adjustment to the actual health plan selections. Mediation regular salary, $9,561 appropriation balance of unencumbered cash. Mediation, $3,473.21. Appropriation of balance of unencumbered cash. And then the transfer of funds, water revenue to the water sewer combined services, $170,000, which is the prorate transfer for January. CCADA and mental health board, child daycare treatment of $30,132. It's covered an FMHA loan for 97-05. Sewer revenue transfer, water and sewer combined services, $170,000 for the prorate for January. I believe that's it.
Good. Do we have a motion to approve the financial and budgetary actions as contained in 21?
So moved.
Second.
Strout,
Yay.
Humphrey,
Aye. Do we have any add-ons?
We do not, sir.
Okay. So we'll have a brief recess while the minutes are prepared and give us a chance to look them over. Recess. We've had a chance to look over the minutes. Do we have a motion to approve the minutes as prepared? Stand by. We want to acknowledge that David Ubel's not here today. He's on county business away from Batavia, so we appreciate his efforts away from us.
Right.
And now, do we have a motion to approve the minutes?
So moved.
Second?
Mr. Prout,
Yay.
Mr. Humphrey,
Aye. Do we have a
Ed,
motion?
before we adjourn too, if I
Sure.
could, I want to do a little commercial show and tell.
Okay.
I know many of you all have seen stories about this now. It's our reserved parking for combat wounded Purple Heart recipients too. And I'm just proud to say that right here in our audience, we have Howard Dougherty, who actually has 2 Purple Hearts. And there's 2 parking spots. Isn't that a coincidence? 2 Purple Hearts, 2 parking spots.
You can't drive park in both of them.
That's right. And he didn't park in either one of them, do you? I didn't think he did. There in front of his building. But if anybody in the viewing audience, again, is interested with their business or any other, governments in the county, just feel free to contact me at the Commissioner's office. And I want to personally thank Danny Ruck, who's one of our deputy sheriffs, and also Marine, and who was injured, blown up with an IED, Purple Heart recipient, who is the one who initially contacted me about doing this. And actually, it's spreading like wildfire. I said yesterday, did a Skype interview with a TV station in Indianapolis about it, and there's been stories all the way to Mississippi about us doing this, and so we're proud here in the county of the support that we give, again, to our veterans. So just a little commercial there.
Good. Do we have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Proud?
Yay.
Mr. Humphrey?
Aye. That concludes our business for today. Thanks for joining us, and God bless.